અને સાથે જ હવે આ ફ્રન્ટ ઉપર આપણે વાત કરીએ. આપણી સાથે એક્ઝામ ઓસ્ટ્રેલિયાના સીઈઓ પીટર મેગવાયર જોડાઈ ગયા છે. પીટર, ગુડ મોર્નિંગ. ફાઇનલી લાયન કમ આઉટ ઓફ ધ કેજ. What kind of your reaction after this Fed statements?
I think it hit the market fairly concisely and also with a level of confidence in Jerome Powell's speech that 75 basis points, and every opportunity you might see that again for next month. We had the Dow respond strongly at up 1%. The Nasdaq really shot the lights out, up 2.5%. And the general theme across Asia today has been one of strengthening in the Asian equity markets. So maybe it's a plus.
Okay. And now, ahead of the policy, we've seen that more aggressive rate hike coming, at least one or two aggressive rate hike. What should impact it on US economy, and if we can we see any recession point of view after these aggressive rate hikes?
Many economists are saying that some are even saying we're in a recession already. That might be a bit preemptive. Certainly by the fourth quarter, they're very worried as far as growth forecasts moving forward with high interest rates or higher interest rates. And that was the issue that we face, how much further sell-off in US equities and global equities. And is the Fed able, along with other central bankers, able to contain inflation? So the next 6 months, I think, are going to be a very interesting 6 months.
Right. And Peter, what do you think as far as an emerging markets, where is India stand in this scenario? Because as we've seen, we don't have a much more inflationary pressure, and the rising in interest rate is not much effect on Indian growth. So do we see India in an emerging market as a sweet spot?
Well, to some extent, it'll be a sweet spot because I just think overall consumption, big population bases, but inflation is going to be a concern for all emerging markets and all economies globally with high energy costs and food costs. So whilst India could be in a good position, it's still got to be relatively careful and appreciate the supply chains, logistics, and global issues that other countries throughout Asia will certainly face over the next year.
Okay. And lastly, Peter, after this rate hike and the commentary of Fed chairman, what do you think, which sectors are now in focus in US or in emerging markets?
I would tend to think emerging markets. In some ways, the US has had a very, very solid growth period over the last year and a half, and it's recovered extremely well. You've only got to look at what the sell-off has been as far as Nasdaq, S&P and Dow. So I think emerging markets have probably got more blue sky ahead of them this year than a mature market like the US.
Okay. Thank you very much, Peter, to joining with us and share your views with us. Thank you very much.